Welcome back to the D-Gas Podcast, the podcast where we're talking about music, food, and drink culture in our world and beyond. I go by the name of Bkr, the Baker Man, and I'm here with
HK. This week it'll be Hella Kitchen.
Hella Kitchen on the
Kitchen.
streets. On the
On the
streets.
streets, yeah, it was on the streets.
We already came in with this one with the title. We had the title of this one already, and this episode is going to be called Sticks and Oak Might Make Me Choke. Pause. But live shows will never hurt me. And
he had to say it because I forgot.
we fucking knew exactly what we were going to talk about.
Yep.
Normally we come up with a topic and we have to kind of, think about talking points to put the show together around it. This time our regular life was so crazy that we just get to come in here and kind of talk about what we did over the last week. We also missed a week.
We missed the
But
week.
that's probably partially my fault because what we're going to talk about today.
No, that was that was my fault because I should have insisted last week. But since we've been having like crazy days, crazy weeks, that
He wanted a break too.
when you were like, we could just take a break, and I said, yeah, you know what, you got a show tomorrow, so let's just take a break. And then afterward, like a few days later, after your show and stuff, I was like, oh man, we could have done it before and after show. Like before your show, we could have, sat down and talked about.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
And then after, about how your expectations, how it felt, whatever, and all that. And I was like, well, we totally missed an opportunity.
Which kind of brings us to, we can explain all that. I didn't plan to have a show. Alright? We got stogies I'm going to talk about in a minute too. I just don't want it to go out on camera because lighting it in the wind is a bitch.
Yeah.
We're outside right now.
And we lit before we started. This way we didn't look like assholes, and we would have looked like a couple of assholes trying to light these.
Yeah. Anyways, I got hit up on the Friday before asking if I would want to open up for Souls of Mischief on their 30th anniversary of the 93 Till Infinity tour, and I was like, hell yeah, but didn't give me much time to prepare because the show was the following Tuesday. So I had to get all my shit together, got my instrumentals, got my little set list together, freaked the fuck out because I hadn't really performed for about a year. I think the last time I performed was at the SenCal Thrift and Vintage Expo, which was last September, and which I'll be at again this year. But yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, no. When I seen it was you, I think you had posted like Wednesday or something that you were going to be there on Tuesday, and I was like, man, it's not even a week from now.
It was Friday.
The Friday?
It was the Friday before.
Yeah. So I was like, wow. And then I thought, I wonder why he just posted it up.
Yeah. They just asked me randomly, and I was like, yeah, I'll make it happen. I was supposed to work and shit, but I figured it out.
Yeah, and I woke up to a bunch of messages like, where are you? And I'm like, fuck, man. Like,
after the show?
Yeah, I tried to make it, man, but it's like we were saying, shit just been busy that I got out of class, and I was like, I looked at the time, oh man, there's no way I'm gonna make it for you up there. And I'm like, do I want to go out there and possibly wake up the next day a little hungover and then go to class?
Hey, not the first time.
Not the first time, but try not to make it, a weekly thing. And so I was like, yeah, I'll just go home and fucking chill. Cause, I've been extremely busy at.
You've seen it before.
But I think you and I had a conversation with.
Hold on. Before we get into all that, before we get into the meat, let's talk about the potatoes real quick.
All right.
So before we get into the meat of what we're going to talk about, we got a couple of pairings going on here for the people that aren't watching on video. If everybody's listening and on Spotify or Apple, thank you very much. Like I mentioned before, we're doing a little cigar pairing today, which we mentioned in the last episode we wanted to get into. So we're also, pretty big cigar fans. Today we have this Tabernacle Havana Seed Connecticut in the David size, which is like a mini Perfecto.
Yep.
Normally this is a Connecticut broadleaf, I think, wrap. This one has a Havana Seed Connecticut, which means they got the original seed from Cuba and they're growing it in the Connecticut River Valley, really heavy. should stand up to a lot of these whiskeys that Mr. HK pulled out the vault. What you got going on over here?
So when we talked about the sticks and oak
Yeah.
and the live shows, this is the oak part. And so he pulled out some sticks. Bkr pulled out some sticks. And so I was like,
Christ, just throw me the lob.
I know. Pause. He pulled out his sticks. And so I was thinking, like, okay, so with the oak part, I was actually with the oak part thought, you know, I said this before, and I said it, and I said, you know, I hate doing wine with cigars. I was like, we're just gonna do it, you know, but that would be the oak part of it, right? Then I went, nope, because I'm probably just gonna fucking toss it out, like
You're gonna shit all over it already.
Yeah.
You
So
can't go
like,
into it with that mentality, bro.
So I said, you know, I looked at what I had, and I went, you know, I'll put together a basic bitch pack here. You
Wow.
know? And by that I mean
Beginner pack.
I mean the old school distilleries that've been around producing this stuff for a while.
Intro to bourbon.
The intro to bourbon stuff, you know, which we got the Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, Four Roses,
Classic.
Woodford Reserve, and Elijah Craig.
You got this double oak.
And I got the double oak
Woodford.
Woodford.
That's the only one that's not the flagship.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
well, this one as well. The Four Roses is also the small batch, not the regular Four Roses. And
all right, so some of these are a little step up from their normal.
Those two.
But these are
the
all
other three,
what some people would consider like big brands.
Big brands, yeah. I believe these two, the Buffalo Trace and the Eagle Rare, are both produced by the same.
Yeah, they're made out of Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured. And the other ones, they're just standalone distilleries, I believe, right?
I don't know enough about the other guys, but Buffalo Trace handles a lot of stuff. I think. No, I'm not even gonna go into all that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say stuff if I'm not sure about it. But
well, I know they produce Blanton's.
Buffalo Trace makes Eagle Rare and all the Pappy stuff.
Mm-hmm. So to me, that's why I call it the basic bitch, because they're basic. They're the intros.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're the intros to bourbon.
To call back to our other episode, these would be like your Sierra Nevadas,
yes,
Firestone Walkers.
Yeah, the old school guys.
Still crafty, but definitely big brand.
Yeah, and they're their flagship stuff. You know, they're the stuff that they mass produce, put out. You know, the stuff that should and it normally is or has normally been accessible.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll get into that
right.
in a minute when we go to the second bottle.
Mm-hmm.
But Buffalo Trace is an intro. I use that for my old fashions. I rarely ever have it neat.
Yeah.
I haven't had it in a long time.
With this, it tastes like vanilla ice cream. Crazy.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Because
totally different. Cuts the burn down a lot. This is pretty spicy stick.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say there's a little smoke and spice, just kind of lingering in my mouth because of the stick, and with that, it brings in the sweetness to it that I don't even get the how can I put it, the heat bitterness I guess that I normally get out of Buffalo Trace.
Mm-hmm. A lot of time with longer time aging and like finer fucking bourbons and spirits, you're paying for that smoothness, not getting any bitterness or any of that type of burn. But this with the stick, kind of just takes it all the way.
That was
anyways.
wild.
Yeah, crazy.
That was wild because I was expecting to make a face and go, you know, kind of shudder like normally with that one. Cause
toss it back in the bush.
Yeah.
Rich people shit. Me, finish what's on your plate.
This one here, it would. There's a lot of people that keep it as a well.
Yeah,
you know,
I get that.
Yeah,
totally.
And I believe it's still a 10-year, which is kind of crazy that this one blew up and this one's still kind of
crazy.
You know,
yeah, just make a lot of it.
Yeah, and price point wise, it's accessible. It's not too crazy. Most of these are. They're
as
not
soon
too
as
crazy.
Something's accessible, guys, it tastes less rare.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right? I
With
mean,
all sarcasm.
Oh, like,
yeah.
Oh, it's in Walmart.
Right. Yeah, we don't want it.
And we don't want it. Yeah. But for some reason, that one they get in Target and Walmart sometimes, and everybody's still after it.
The Eagle Rare?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Coronary.
Okay, look. I was shitting myself, man. So, I wasn't ready for that. I have a show booked on September 22nd, and that's the one I was gearing up for. I'm like, man, I got a month out. I can prepare myself. I can practice. Like, I was talking to somebody else, like, that makes music but doesn't really perform it. I'm like, it's one thing, it's one thing to, like, go over the stuff in your head so you memorize something. It's a different thing to say it out loud, right? And then saying it out loud without fucking it up once is cool, but then when you have 6, 7, 8 songs to do, you got to be able to do all of it, like, just physically doing it.
Yeah.
Like, just saying it and then saying it in a way that's going to be impactful. And then on top of that, saying it while walking around and moving and controlling the crowd and talking in between and thinking about how you're going to get into the next track. Giving me 4 days to do that sucked. I was hella nervous.
But you think you had like a month, would you still have been nervous?
Yeah, I would have felt more prepared.
Yeah. Sorry.
He's spitting. He's a spitter.
We're going to be doing that a lot. Yeah, no. No, yeah. When I seen that, I thought, man, this was crazy. Like, that's next week. And
yeah, but I had to do it, man.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah,
well, for me, that's huge. For
Yeah.
some people, they don't give a shit.
No. I know.
Souls of Mischief is big.
Yeah, I had a lot of people going, dude, he killed it. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I didn't expect anything less.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have been totally surprised if, like, bro, he I don't know what happened. He bombed, bro. You know,
I couldn't have let that happen this time.
Mm-hmm.
I would have cut the set short or something.
Yeah. So, it was you. Souls of Mischief.
Yeah. They brought a dude on with them on tour named Raw Wattage. He opened up for them too. YB from the Billionaires did a set with Turban, so two like pretty well known local dudes, especially bigger names back in the day. And they brought out Planet Asia.
Okay.
To do a couple tracks with them too.
And he wasn't expected.
He wasn't announced.
Oh, no,
they knew. I heard when I got there that he was gonna be there, but they didn't announce. They didn't tell nobody. He hung out in the back and then just walked out on stage.
Nice.
Yeah, it was tight. And Vero Craze opened up the whole night.
All right.
Yeah, female MC. She's dope too. Damn, what was I gonna say? Oh, I got there, and it's the first time also that I performed without anybody with me. Usually I got my guys, at least Knowledge, or I got Mike Bogart, and I got if nobody else envies with me, my DJ.
Yeah, DJ. Yep.
This is one of the first and only times I performed with nobody, just me.
Just you.
Yeah, I had to like figure out how do I even get to DJ my tracks. I never had to do that. I always had my guy with me. He had the tables, and we get busy. How was it? It was fucking scary.
Add to the stress, right?
No, I'm supposed to be cool about it.
Yeah.
No, it ain't nothing.
Okay, it was just like being behind the bar, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
this is what I do.
Yeah, man. I wish I
was hella nervous.
I wish I could have made it, man. That's awesome.
I was hella nervous, man. But and then on top of that, like little things that other people wouldn't probably be bugged by or wouldn't even realize would bug you, but when you show up, and then I try to be on time because I've put shows on myself. You show up and then you check in. I try to show up and check in early, and they're like fucking banding you, and then they're setting up. My job's done. I got my music to the DJ early, and then I'm like, I'm by myself. I have I didn't have none of the homies there. And then other people had their crew.
So you're just in your head.
So I'm just sitting there, just being fucking nervous by myself.
And they're going, look.
And they don't know me.
Yeah.
And I don't know them.
Like, look at this dude.
Yeah.
By himself, he's got no crew.
Nothing.
So you
fucking with the t-shirt with the oranges on it. Like I knew what I was fucking there to do, so I wasn't worried about how I looked to other people.
Yeah.
But I felt like, man, I'm just sitting here like, ugh, this is
Awkward.
awkward. Yeah.
He was a new kid at the school.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's funny because that's like something that that I don't see like you being like. You know what I'm saying? So you were completely out of your element, even though you were in your element.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I'm not.
I mean, that's crazy.
When I go up there, like even to the minute before I went up there, I was fucking kind of like still really nervous. Like I went to the back, tried to get my shit about me. Usually I do this thing where I can like, I try really, really hard to pull my adrenaline as high as I can in my head, and my heart will start pounding. And then I grab that and I just start breathing. And then I pull it back in, and then I'm like a fucking warrior. Like I'm ready for war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
You turn it on.
I turned it on, but it's something I practiced, but I couldn't do it. I was in the back, and I was like, because I was just still by myself.
You were by yourself. Yeah.
So this is like, I'm talking minutes before I go on, I do this. Almost always. And I can even do it while I'm in the crowd with other people. They don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Might just start rocking back and forth or something stupid looking, but then I'll be ready. But I couldn't do it. And then I looked at the clock, and it was 2 minutes to 9, and I had to go in at 9. And nobody tells you, like, you just got to be on top of your game, or they'll just cut your set short. Like, you know, I was like, oh fuck, I got to be up there. So I was backstage for like 10 minutes, couldn't get it together, so I just walked out there. And before I went backstage, everybody was getting their beer, they were using the restroom. There was scattered crowds, right? I walk out and I try to look at the crowd at some point because it calms me down, actually. I don't know why that. It's a little opposite from what other people feel. I have my duffel bag on me, and I walk out, and I'm like, all right, here we go. And I look up, and everybody's fucking slammed to the front of the stage. And right when I walk out, they're like, woo! And I was like, oh shit, I didn't even do anything yet. I was like, let's fucking go. And I threw my bag on the ground, and I was like, all right, you ready? He's like, yeah, I'm ready when you are, the DJ. And then he's like, you need some time? I was like, no, let's go.
Fucking that turned it on for you.
That was it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man.
That's my day.
Yeah, that was man, I came home and I remember, man, I wonder how it went. And I thought, man, I'm going to text him. I thought, no, I don't even know what he's doing. Maybe it's late. Maybe he hasn't gone up yet.
Yeah.
So
I went up relatively early. I was the second one up.
And when I woke up in the morning, it was like text messages and like,
where are you?
Yeah. And I was like, man, you know, life.
People don't let you.
Yeah.
They don't let you live it down, dude.
No. Yep. I was like, man, just fucking life, man. You know?
Yeah.
You know, fucking went in early that day, spent all day fucking cutting, the feet were hurting. I was like, man, I probably missed it anyway. I'm just gonna go home.
Yeah, by the time you got home and went over there, you probably would have missed it anyways, realistically. Even if you tried, because you get out like at what, 8:30?
That day I left like at 8:35.
Yeah, I was 8:59. I was on that.
You were on there?
Yeah, I was on there.
Oh man, I might have caught it if I went straight over there.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I didn't know. Anyway, good man. No, yeah. See, so for me, we could have had this. Like we could have done the before and after. You know what I'm saying? That might have like calmed you down a little bit, and you might have been able to like
maybe
let some steam out. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So you got another show lined up?
I think it went well. Yeah, and I have another show lined up on 22nd of September, and then I'll be back at the SenCal Thrift and Vintage Expo on the 30th of September.
Nice. And the one on the 22nd is the
Tioga Sequoia.
Sequoia.
Yeah. Also, Title Pending is going to be releasing, my clothing brand's going to be releasing new shit too. That day.
Theme wise?
It's called A Continuous State of Evolution, which is like our catchphrase, but we're doing the drop kind of around that idea. It's pretty cool. Jordan, I mean, the graphic's pretty cool. He did this. You guys will see it probably this week or something. We'll start the promo, but the little bonsai tree that we usually use for our logo. He's got a little hand that's sprinkling seeds on the ground.
Nice.
And then it's like a sprout, and then it's like a little tree, and then it's like somebody clipping it, and then it's like a bonsai. So
Nice.
it's like we were kind of thinking like the evolution of man thing, but with just little cartoon across the front of the tee that we're gonna be using. Doing a tote bag to go along with it. A pretty dope bucket hat, and we always do like one special piece. It's gonna be these like mini bonsai clippers, like shears, in a leather and canvas, handmade leather and canvas sheath.
Oh man, I wonder if I could use those for cutting hair.
You could definitely use it for like trimming mustaches and shit like that. They're like little.
They're small.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
nice,
sharp.
man. Looking forward to that. So what's that? 22nd. Man, he's gonna be hella busy now.
Yeah, right. Always busy doing something. At least now I'm just not busy running in place.
So what'd you cook that your kids hated this week?
Are we doing that? Here, let's pour another whiskey real quick.
All right.
Today actually, one of my kids been asking. She saw on TV, I guess, some big spread, like a big dinner, like a fancy one that they show on the movies only. Like the old time rich people would have like a big, when you see like a king's fucking court and there's fucking food everywhere. She wanted that. She's like, I want like a lot of things on the table. And I was like, you just want to be like pass me this and pass me that. I was like, okay, we can do that. Like I can make a lot of little bits of sides.
Yeah.
And then my other kid, Mo, so that was Peach is asking about that, and Mo's been asking for fried chicken.
Nice.
So like, all right, we'll do fried chicken, and then we'll do a bunch of sides that go around it. So I did fried chicken tonight, homemade mac and cheese, potato salad, cut up some fruit, some Italian melon and strawberries, and just a green salad like a Caesar.
They wanted that whole Harry Potter spread.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was.
Yeah, like when they go to have dinners on that big table. Yeah,
Yep.
hell yeah, that's
That
awesome,
was funny.
man.
So I didn't make like full batches of what I normally would do. I made like small batches of everything, so they just get a spoon, a couple spoons of everything on the plate.
But they loved it this time.
They liked it. Mo liked the fried chicken, but they liked it.
How'd they like the food yesterday?
Okay, that's where we're going. All right, hold on a second. This is Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
Tell these people about the Eagle Rare real quick.
So Eagle Rare to me is one of those. I have it, and I have it because it came. This is actually a Eagle Rare, but it's a Barrel Select Eagle Rare. So it's the basic, but it was hand selected
So
by
this
Eureka.
is special.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Damn, these are all so good with this cigar. I swear to God.
Normally, so Eagle Rare for me normally by itself is fine. I like it.
Yeah.
I could drink it neat. I don't have to like put it in ice. I hardly ever put anything in ice. I don't like the way it gets watered down. But I believe Michelangelo's, when they were able to get Eagle Rare a lot, they used it for their old fashioned. That was their regular go-to for old fashions. And so I also use that. If I don't have the Buffalo Trace, it's the Eagle Rare for my old fashions. Again, rarely ever drink it neat, but
rarely.
I go Eagle rarely, drink it neat.
Spread Eagle rarely.
But as of late, because I don't know why, people, and I'm not saying that the juice isn't good, because it is.
Yeah.
But people are going stupid crazy over it,
and driving the price up. That's what we were talking about. Yeah.
This used to be a $19.99 bottle.
Right.
And in the last year, maybe two, it's gone from, I think the last time I bought it, it was like $24, $24.99. It's gone from that to like $60. And for me,
for no other reason.
Just because
supply and demand.
People are hoarding it. It used to be very accessible. You could just go in any store and get it.
America.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, people, I don't know. Is it because it's called Eagle Rare? I don't know. I don't know.
I know. I mean, we know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know any better, and they're getting something that they think is nice. It is nice, but they're treating it like it's something that's so crazy to get. And it's not like you can tell. You know, sometimes you want to tell a producer of like people would tell Russian River all the time, like to call back to them again. Just make more. But this shit's made how many years ago?
Yeah,
They didn't know.
Yeah,
they
didn't know. Yeah,
this 10 years ago or whatever.
Eagle Rare is,
put it in the barrel.
I believe the age statement.
10
10 years.
10 years, yeah.
It's a 10-year.
Yeah, they got what they got.
Yeah,
That's all you get.
Yeah, and yeah, they ain't like, oh well, you know what, you know that fucking barrel that we did 10 years ago. Let's do more of that right now and produce more of it.
Right.
You know, like no, they already produced a shit ton of it. It's just now people are hoarding that shit, and I don't even understand. Like the other day on the book, there was a post. Some dude thought he was like, thought he won something.
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
Well, he went and fucking bought he bought all the bottles at one store and posted it. Like, I found, look what I found.
You just look like a douchebag.
Yeah, and he posted up, he got like fucking 8 bottles or some shit.
Yeah.
And people were like, really?
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
And he was like, what? Like, don't be mad because I found.
Nobody's mad.
Nobody's mad.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Just a douchebag.
Yeah, it's wild. And then
we like going to the fucking buffet and just taking the plate.
Yeah.
Just putting it all in your plate and walk away.
And then what's he gonna do with it? Stick it in his fucking closet, and he ain't gonna, and then when he sees it again, he's gonna buy it again. You know, I don't.
Or like he's just gonna, like, if you had to eat hamburgers every day, you might love hamburgers, but goddamn it, you're gonna want something else.
Now, I'm not gonna say the name of the place or the person.
Come on, just tell them.
I'm not.
Nobody's listening.
I got hit up.
We're just between us.
A couple weeks ago. Like, hey, we got this in. Are you interested? And I said, fuck yeah. Like, retail? And they said, yeah. Fuck, I'm there.
This one? Oh shit.
No. It's a.
I was gonna say you already gave up what this was.
No, it's a different bottle that I have in there, and it's a rare. It is a rare bottle.
Okay.
And they said, "Can I ask you a question?" I said, "Yeah." This is all in text.
You
and
gonna
said,
resell
yeah, what's
it?
up? They said, "Are you gonna drink it, or are you gonna sell it,
Yep.
or are you gonna store it?" I said, "I'm gonna drink it."
Hell yeah.
And they said, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna drink it." I said, "All right." Picked it up for retail.
You chugged it in front of him.
It was
you
like
fucking dirty dog. You fucking popped the top and chugged it in front of him. I knew it. That's why you didn't go to the show. You didn't even go to school that day.
It was like a $50 bottle retail. In the, what is it, the after yeah. It goes
the
for
gray
like
market.
Yeah, it goes for like 3. That's why they were like
300.
Yeah. And I came home. When I buy a bottle, I don't fucking put it up. I open it.
I like that.
The same as soon as I get home.
Yeah.
Got home, popped it, poured it, sent them a picture. Like, see?
Yep.
You know? And it was crazy, even that bottle.
They're like, send us the video of you unwrapping it.
Yeah.
That could be anything.
That could be anything, yeah. Even that bottle for me, I was like...
You just poured maple syrup in your glass.
I was like, yeah, it's a $50 bottle. It's not a $300 bottle.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, again, it's just
especially
people.
because you go into the whiskey harder, heavier than I do. It would be really fucking annoying to have to deal with this kind of shit.
Yeah. And I have bottles that are $25 bottles that I feel are fucking fantastic and better than
to
most
your
of these.
enjoyment.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. And it's but anyway, that's what Eagle Rare is to me right now. It's one of those that I probably won't ever buy again because of the way people are treating it.
I mean, it's gonna go out of fashion again, and it'll be the people that want it have it. Same thing with
it's like
the beer game.
It's like with the beer. All of a sudden, you can see posts with, "Hey, I got multiple of these.
Yeah.
Retail. I'll sell it to you at retail
or below.
I
just have too much.
Yeah, I have too much. I need to get rid of it."
Yeah, everybody gets into this and they get into a frenzy and they get caught up in the hype.
Yep.
Eagle Rare was one of the first good bourbons I ever got.
Yep. I
So
think
it
that's what
always,
it is for most
like,
people.
I loved it when I had it, and I was like, oh shit, this is amazing. Usually it's got more citrus to me, but with this, it's just like it's turning everything into
Into this
fucking vanilla pudding and
this
stuff.
like
It's
I was gonna say
bro.
with like the sweet caramel thing, because to me like with this one, it's kind of reminding me of a I can't think of the chocolate bar, but it's reminding me of a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
It might be that white chocolate something, yeah, but
The
yeah,
symphony
the cigar.
bar.
Fuck, I don't know.
All right. I want
This-
to figure it out.
The cigar is definitely changing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so glad I didn't bust out a bottle of wine
Mm.
because I would not.
This is good, right?
Yeah. No. Okay, so real quick, let's touch on that. The brand is
Foundation.
Foundation.
Mm-hmm. And this is called the Tabernacle.
The Tabernacle series from Foundation is probably my favorite that
Yep.
they have. That of cigars of anything. They're to me they're. I'm a big AJ Fernandez fan.
Mm-hmm.
Just about anything he does, I fucking love.
Yeah.
And to me, it's right there with them.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of people aren't big on AJ Fernandez, and I don't know why.
Well,
Um,
because he does a bunch of cheap ass shit.
yeah, but again, just like the bourbon.
No, but I mean, you can imagine if you don't know better.
Yeah,
And you
oh.
like, oh yeah, I bought that fucking AJ Fernandez
Yeah,
sample pack, and all of them were dog rockets. Well, yeah, because you bought all the ones for $5 a piece.
yes,
And he does that for people that need. He wants everybody to be able. I'm imagining he wants everybody to be able to enjoy a cigar, no matter of how much money you got. So he does a lot of value play shit,
yep.
and then you get somebody that smokes cigars trying to be like that's.
Yeah, no, I don't buy nothing under $20.
And then you try that, and you're like, ah,
Yeah.
but it might not have been one of the ones
Yeah.
that are actually really good.
Yeah.
And he does make good value cigars that are above the real cheap ones, that are just affordable.
That are
Yeah.
really affordable and really good.
Yeah, these are not affordable.
No, these.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, these.
Yeah, these are special.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like the beer game and the bourbon game. Everything. There's always the base, and there's always, and a lot of them, like these, why they're up here.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
like-
yes, there's certain bottles. Yes, I would pay this price for them. There's certain.
Yeah, I had no problem buying these.
Yeah, no.
But I knew it was gonna be awesome. Yeah.
So yeah, this series right here. Now, it being a Connecticut, I was just telling you before we started, it's a little darker than most Connecticut's. The wrap.
Right, because it's not a regular Connecticut
Yeah.
seed.
And that's awesome, man. That's probably why I like it. Sorry about that.
No, it's cool.
It
Yeah.
ain't professional at all.
It's an emergency.
Let me turn that off. All right. But yeah, no. So anyway, yeah, really love the stick, man. And with this, with these bourbons so far, it's made these two like taste fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Agreed.
but what we were saying.
Let's get into the Four Roses. Fuck it.
All right.
Get into the Four Roses, and then we're gonna talk about what the hell you just got done doing.
All right.
Not cutting hair.
Speaking of that, I got told by the wife because of what we were about to talk about. You're adding another thing to your life.
He's gonna. If he keeps on hanging out with me and doing all this crazy stuff, his wife, and my wife are gonna start like a support group or something.
Yep. I'm like the support groups of fucking workaholics, I guess.
I don't know. I don't even know why I get into this kind of stuff, but I'm having a good time. Four Roses small batch right here. Four Roses is known for having different recipes of grains and in particular using different yeasts, like we were talking
Yeah,
about
we're
the
talking
other
about,
brand, Wilderness something.
Wilderness Trail.
They're the ones that do the yeast.
Yep.
Yeah, these guys do a lot of different yeast strains, and that's how they get some pretty cool and unique flavors in the different whiskeys that they do.
Would not doubt it if they're buying all that yeast from those guys.
Wow.
That's funny because those guys, they're just raking it in. They're making their own bourbon.
Yeah.
They're selling yeast to beer
right.
companies. They're selling yeast to wine and bourbon. So they're just
Mm-hmm.
taking it in from everywhere, which is fantastic, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can, why not?
Yep.
kind of like what Bkr does.
Wow.
He's a hip hop artist, baker, chef,
Hey,
owns a craft beer spot. You know.
none of that stuff relates to each other.
Oh, they don't. Yeah, you're right. but you still
Podcast.
But you still got a lot of
Podcast
things.
is the only thing. That's what I do. That's what this is for.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
But you still got a lot of things going on
Yeah,
that
for
you know
sure.
that you know you're dipping in life.
And now, you threw your pork pie hat into the ring. You threw your pork pie hat into the ring. And this weekend,
That is fantastic.
we've been, yeah, I know, it's a fruit bomb. We
Ooh.
have been talking, or we've been at least sharing a lot of the stuff from, how you pronounce the name of the truck?
El
It's
Jabalito.
Jabalito, it's a new food truck. It's our friend Jake that's starting it. Filipino cat. He's been a cook for many years, and in food in general and drinks for many years, and finally he's getting his own shit. And he took his truck out for the first time Sunday. Didn't really promote it. It was like a soft, kind of like a soft opening thing, just to see what, feel out the kitchen, fill out the recipes, fill out the price points and all that shit, I guess. Making sure everything runs smooth. And this fool decides, hey, let me get some more experience with cooking. I'll get on the truck with you.
I'll get on it with you.
Let's run it.
And I thought we had talked about it like 4 days prior. So
We already at school 6 days a week.
Yeah. So I thought, kind of like you with your show, not kind of, but similar, that I said, oh yeah, I'll help you. And then thought, okay, I'm gonna get some kind of like rundown on the menu, and he's gonna.
Sure.
We're gonna get together. He's gonna show me how to put things together. You know. No.
Welcome to the kitchen world.
I showed up, and then we started having problems with the truck.
Of course.
From the get-go.
Of course.
And it's funny because he looked at me, and I don't think he knows that I'm not, like, again, everyone reverts back to this damn show, The Bear, that I need to fucking lock myself down and actually watch it. And he was like, dude, why in the fuck is this just like the fucking Bear episode? And I was like, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't relate because I couldn't remember.
You gotta watch it, dude.
Yeah.
The Bear episode, probably the one with the tickets. The one with the tickets.
When
my
she,
God. They get the review, and then
and she left the deal
she
on.
left the thing on overnight, and they showed up, and the tickets printed for
Because, man, we were
24 hours worth of tickets
we were ahead.
for lunch in an hour.
Yeah. We were ahead of time, so we were just kind of like, okay, we're ahead. And then it was like, hey, bro, this won't work. Like, oh, fuck. So then we just got stuck. And then as we were leaving, I was like, hey, man, is that tire flat?
Oh shit!
Oh, it was just fucking
Damn.
things just. And then after that, we were ahead of time, that we were just kind of chilling. And after that, we're running around that we forgot some stuff.
Oh
And,
no!
Yeah, we forgot some stuff. And then he went back. He got a card. He rushed back to the commissary, and then came back. And then we were sitting there, and we were like, fuck. We had already opened, and we realized we forgot one of the entrees, or one of the one of the sides. And he was like, fuck it, just scratch it.
Yeah, scratch it.
But after that, it was,
give us a little bit about what the food's all about, since you kind of got to get to know it once you were on there.
So yeah, he like Bkr said, Jake's Filipino, and he's had some time overseas, you know, in kitchen. So he's kind of doing like
both in Europe and in the Philippines.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so he decided to do
cooking. I mean specifically. Yeah.
His riff on like his family kind of recipes that he said, you know, he grew up eating. The one whole dish I had was fucking great. It was a braised beef in a tomato sauce that he cooked for, he said, for like 15 hours or something like that, you know, and it was fantastic, man. It was everything was over rice, but this was the braised beef with the tomato sauce, and he made this I explained it was kind of like a chimichurri, but without like the hot peppers in it, and but it was almost like it. It was fucking great, man. You just put it on top. It looked so simple, and you would, like, if you didn't know, you would go, oh yeah, it's just a beef and a tomato over rice. And when he explained to me how he made it, I was fucking blown away. So when he asked me which one do you actually want to like have, I was like, that one, bro. Like, come on, like,
Hell yeah.
you know. So yeah, that one was fucking fantastic. He did. Oh, on that one, he said it's like a stew. It's the beef caldera. He called it.
Yeah.
He said it's normally a stew, but what he did is he said growing up his family would
Like the guisados, like.
Yeah. And he said his family would, instead of putting potatoes in the stew, because they got, potatoes in the stew, they're mushy, you know.
Yeah.
He said his family would leave them out, chop them up, fry them, then put them on the rice and put that on there.
Yep.
And he says they stayed crispy, and
sure.
so it was something he remembered.
That's how he did it.
And that's how we did it.
Or did he use fries?
He used fries.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was like, I wanted to riff on it. And,
yeah.
And it was fantastic, man. Yeah. Everything I had that night was great. He had a braised pork
belly,
the humba.
I didn't get that, but I pulled up, but I got a few different dishes. But I saw pictures. Everybody was posting pictures of that, and it looked so fucking dope. That was over rice.
Yeah, over rice with he took the juice from the pork belly and made a little sauce with it. So that again,
with the pan sauce, bro. I love it.
If you look at it, it was just pork belly on rice, but there was so much things that went into it. And
but he does a good job of making sure everything looks nice, though.
And the fucking pork belly was fucking great.
Yeah, it looked great, dude. The plate looked composed, and I'm sure it tasted delicious.
And he did this without posting anything because it was his first time using the truck.
Yeah, in case you forget an entree at the commissary.
Yeah, at the commissary, and so he also had a little. The pork belly wasn't coming out the way he wanted it, but it was fine. It was great. But I thought, man, you mean you could get better? He says, it should be this this, and he explained it should be more crispy on top, whatever.
Yeah.
But I thought, bro, like that shit is fucking fire.
Those are gonna be the thing. I feel like those are always hurdles for the difference of having a truck than having like a restaurant, because you got to roll with it.
You got to roll
with it. Unfortunately, it's got to be as good as it can be. I'm sure that's how most people have to approach it.
And then when we got busy, we kind of ran into the whole, like, I'm taking orders. Then he's like, hey, bro, I need you to come help me plate. I was like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
How do I plate?
Right.
And he looked at me. He was like, fuck, just chop that up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the first one he told me to chop up was the miso chicken, right? And so I'm looking at it. And I'm looking at it, and I know it's thighs, right? But there's no bone in it. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it and I go, hey man, how do you want me to chop this up? He goes, just like chop it up like this. Like, no, you deboned it. And he says, oh yeah, I deboned all the chicken myself. I said, so how do you want me to cut that up? Because it doesn't look like. He says, oh shit, yeah. And he had to show me, because there was a specific way he wanted to cut, because he deboned it for that specific reason, and how to plate it. Because I would have just thrown the chicken on the rice and chopped it up. I would have. He was like, no, you cut it like this. And,
that's why you ask.
Yeah, and so then we ran into that because we got slammed for a minute, and so he had to cook and show me how to do it, and so
and that's something you probably learn now for the future. And if you ever jump in with somebody brand new, like, no, you need to show me, show me how you want it to look, chef, because this is. Because
even the
you get up against it, what are you gonna do?
Even the sauce.
I'm gonna stand over here and take orders.
Yeah. Yep. The sauce. When he chopped it up, threw it on, he says, okay, cool. He says, just throw the green sauce on it. So I threw it on there, and he looked at me and didn't say nothing because he was busy.
Yeah.
And so once we slowed down a little bit and he had another order, he goes, look, this is the way you're supposed to put the sauce. Kind of like with you when we were doing the truck with Valparaiso, and that you said.
Yeah, it's silly, but then you do it and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and he explained why he wanted it this way in 3. Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, you get different bites and things.
Same thing with the pork belly. When he threw the pork belly at me, he was like, just chop it up. And I looked at him, and I was like,
you better not. You better not.
And then he showed me how to chop it. I was like, see, I told you it would have just been chop, 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 chop.
Yeah, that's cool that you even asked.
Yeah. So, it was cool.
Sometimes you get busy body workers, and they'll just do it.
Just do it,
like, oh, fuck.
I fucked it up. And now you got little pieces and big pieces, and he wanted pretty much everything proportioned. It was fucking cool working with someone that I've never worked with before. And he didn't get flustered, even having to show me a couple times on things. He stayed cool,
Yeah, that's good.
and he was just like, that's just. He was like, you can't be fucking getting mad and yelling at people.
Mhm.
He was like, then shit just falls apart.
Right.
And it was just me and him on the truck.
Right.
So fucking if shit fell apart,
Yeah, it gets awkward pretty quick.
yeah. And so it was cool though, man. After we talked about it, and I told him, yeah, man, it was cool to see you work. And then he had to explain to me a couple times or a few times on certain things, and just like when we were doing it, this takes this sauce, but this doesn't. This takes both sauces, but it also takes this sauce. And so to do all that, yeah, and to learn all that, it was cool just being on there and getting that experience. Because like I told you before, I eventually want to be there in some way, somehow.
Maybe aspirations of opening your own place one day.
Damn. And so that's why I jumped on the truck, because I was
trying to get some experience.
Yep. And
I don't know how you're gonna convince your wife about doing cutting hair and then opening up a restaurant.
I mean, what's that old saying? It's better to ask forgiveness than permission.
Because the old saying is, "There's a hair in my food."
Sorry, I just left my barbershop to come plate your food.
My bad. Put on the wrong apron.
Bro, that's the other thing. I was like, oh, and on top of that, I'm sitting here. I got all the time in the world. I ain't got to be there. I told him I meet him at 4. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking my keys.
Oh, great. The whole thing was doomed.
So when I'm fucking my keys, start looking for my keys. Can't find them. I had to resort to the bike. Bike's flat.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to pump it up. It ain't pump. Fuck, I gotta replace this fucking tube. So
Wow.
I had to take the bike apart, replace the tube. It gave me problems. Oh yeah, that whole fucking
How
day,
late were you?
I was actually on time.
Okay.
I was actually on time. Fucking sweating my balls off, bro.
Yeah.
Rode down there. So that I should have known then that shit was gonna just
not at least not go right.
Yeah, I got
it didn't
there.
go bad.
Yeah,
Nothing went bad.
Nothing went bad. No,
but
no.
It didn't go right.
I got there. He
Yeah.
says, "Don't trip, man. We're ahead." Cool.
Psych. Nah, I had I pulled up and we got the lumpia. We had to order the lumpia, which is basically like a Filipino egg roll for people that aren't familiar.
Okay, real quick.
With the food.
I said that.
Look, listen, I don't give a fuck, okay? For everybody else listening, it's like a Filipino egg roll, okay? You can't be mad at me for that. Like a fucking chimichanga is also like a Mexican egg roll, okay? Get off my back. Okay. Delicious, and the dipping sauce he made himself, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He did a few things.
Delicious. Plate, even on a to-go plate, it looked nice, tasted good. Everything stayed crispy, even though I took it all the way home. That was dope. Got the. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you got the vegetarian plate.
Did. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I got I don't know what the name was. I'm not super familiar with Filipino food, so it was they called it an eggplant omelet.
Mm-hmm.
I never had it before. It was a fire roasted eggplant. That's what I call myself too.
Pause.
I fucking no, fire roasted eggplant. I don't know what the red stuff was underneath.
Oh man.
But it was good, and it was over rice. I had a really cool sauce on the top.
I didn't get to see that one. That was right in the beginning, and
Some kind of mayo based joint.
yeah, on top.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he only made like 5 of those.
Called it an omelet, so I'm guessing it was some kind of egg.
Egg.
But it was red.
Oh man, that one.
We'll have him on here and he'll explain it. It was delicious. I didn't really care. It was good.
It was great. Yeah.
It was all vegetarian, so that was dope too. And then I had what was the other thing? Oh, the sisig.
The sisig. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up.
The sisig fries.
So, I'm going through it. That was ordered a lot, right?
Yeah.
I didn't ask. Why
It's
didn't
like Filipino asada fries.
Yes.
Fight me.
Yes. So we talked about that, and I mentioned on the last episode how I mentioned something about how all anyone does now is fucking asada fries on their trucks. And he was like, speaking of, I said, no, but this is not that. It is and it isn't. It's kind of like you said. It's like the lumpia is like a Filipino. This was kind of like asada fries,
Right,
but
but it's not.
But it's not.
Nah, but if you don't know anything,
Yeah.
I'm just explaining.
Yeah.
If you don't know
So-
what any of it is.
So I asked him, "What's sisig?" Because I didn't get a chance to try it.
Mhm.
He says, "Okay." So what he says, what he did, he took
Yeah,
like
lighter. Here, give me your lighter. I'll help you out. Sisig fries was like, I don't. It was some. No, the other one. I know. Fight me. Okay.
all right. So
I'm not supposed to light it with one of these lighters.
yeah, we have some janky ass matches that won't work out of these, or I dropped it or something.
It don't work.
So I asked him what it was. He said what he did is he took the burnt ends of the pork belly, put them on the plancha to fry them up, heat them up a little bit more,
Okay.
and then chopped them really, really fine
Mhm.
and threw them on the fries. Right? I said, oh, cool. He says, but technically, that's not what sisig is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I said, what's sisig? He says, well, He says, I don't know if people would be cool if I made it. And I said, why? What is it?
It's human.
And he says, like, dude,
It's human. God damn it. Nailed it.
he said, sisig is the mascara of the pig.
Mmm.
And I said, what? He says, yeah, it's the whole mascara, everything, cheeks, lips, ears,
Oh, hell yeah. I would
and
hate
you
that,
fry
bro.
that up real good and chop it up.
Crazy.
And that's what everyone said, because after we walked in the spoke, had a couple beers and talked about it, and everyone was like, bro, I'd have fucking, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I said, yeah, dude. He says, yeah, he was like, my first run. He goes, I might do it one day.
Do it tomorrow.
He was like, I might do it one day. But he says, that's what it basically is sisig is a mascara, the face of the pig, fried up really nice and chopped up.
That's tight.
Yeah. So I said, yeah, man, I think if you do it, I think it would definitely be a killer.
Yeah. He did the meat was dope. I could tell. Yeah, okay, that makes sense that it was the brands. Yeah, because it was supposed to be pork belly, but it was like dark kind of like, looked like kind of like beef, but it didn't taste like it.
No, yeah. It's,
And he what I didn't catch on the menu, which I thought was a good touch, was the fucking fried egg on top.
Yep.
God damn it.
It was nice. I didn't get to try them.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't
Yolk.
get to try them.
By the time I got home, the yolk popped everywhere.
Oh, nice. It went everywhere. Yeah.
It was dope. Yeah, some green onions on top.
The green
sliced.
onions, yep.
Looked nice. Tasted really good.
He had
Without the yolk, I would have wanted a sauce.
okay.
But with the yolk, it was perfect.
All right. Yeah, he had this like Filipino what is it? Spice
Mhm.
that he put on top.
Okay, cool.
You know,
See, it's the little secrets right there.
also that I
Maybe
was
we're
like,
not
okay.
supposed to tell
yeah.
people.
He made that. I believe it took also the green sauce, and then he had some spicy red
Uh-huh.
sauce that he put on the side. I knew Jared would have loved that, and he did. Yeah.
It was those like, was it like a fermented chili or something?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, fermented chili. Small critique. If you're gonna put something that spicy on the plate, you gotta put it on the menu.
You had to let people know
Yeah, cause the
it was spicy.
No, I thought it was great. I wanted that on everything. Like I wanted those little chilies on everything.
There's the dude that does fucking hot chili taste.
But
Tastes.
yeah, the juice from the chilies it draws across the whole bottom, and then the fries turn red, and it soaked up all the chili juice, and it was fucking everybody up at my house. Yeah, the little dude had a moment.
Sorry, Dom.
Yeah, he had a moment.
Sorry,
But
buddy.
That's
Yeah.
small potatoes.
Potatoes, yeah. That's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah! But it was really good. Yeah,
All right.
really good.
Yeah, no, I had a good time, man. I think the way he put things together was really fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really great. I know someone said something like, "Oh, it's cool that you only had like 5 items because that means you don't got to do a lot of prep." And he just laughed. He was like, "If you only knew."
Yeah.
If you only knew what went into these dishes, because they look simple, but they weren't. His technique, everything really worked really well with it. You know.
No, in the flavor, bro, and everything, you could tell that wasn't easy. It wasn't simple things. It was pretty refined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have loved to had the chicken skin chicharrones that we forgot.
Dope.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. I mean, I told him I would love to see like the bowl of chicken chicharrones on Spoke's bar right there with the beer and dipping sauce. You know,
Crazy.
That's like to me a straight bar fucking
All
thing.
day, huh?
All day.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun. At the end of the night, I was fucking tired. Woke up today thinking it was Sunday.
Said he was in his chonies and wife beater.
Yep. when we started texting about recording, I was like, fuck.
He put the wife beater on when his old lady started talking about time and stuff. You know what I mean? Just fucking. It's not a threat. It's just a reminder. Fuck.
and to put the icing on the cake, I was walking around in my chonies. What are you gonna say now?
Damn. Yep.
She's asleep.
Huh. She can't hear us from here.
Yeah, but she was like, another thing? You gonna throw another thing in your fucking life? Seriously? Yeah, so I was like, You know, I want the experience. Yeah, it seems like now I have no time for nothing other than like cutting hair. And I have less time than when I worked.
Yeah, I mean, just real quick, we just got into the Woodford Reserve double oaks. The most woody pause of
the
Harrelson of the bunch so far.
So for me, it's not working.
It doesn't really work.
It's not working
with this cigar.
Yeah, it's.
I feel like this whiskey would work better with a lighter stick, actually.
Yeah, right
something
now,
light, something creamy.
These three.
Mm-hmm. This is a little different.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It's too. I don't know. It doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. It's almost too savory, almost.
Yeah.
Almost in a way, it's not. But I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah, no. It's,
and the two, like, this is bold and savory, and this is bold and savory.
Yeah, it's too much of the same.
But they're not the same flavors.
Yeah, it's too much of the same, but they're
not going together.
It's like taking a magnet, you know, and it's fighting itself. That's what it's doing. It's
wow.
It's not working.
A magnet.
Yeah, magnet.
I like it.
Yeah, it's just not working for me right now. That's no. The reason why I had that bottle is because out of all Woodford Reserves,
fucking explain to everybody.
All the Woodford Reserves, I don't like.
Okay.
That one I kind of like.
You like it? Yeah, it's good. It's just not this.
And this,
everything can't work, bro. We'd be up here lying to everybody.
Rich people shit.
Oh, rich people shit. He dumped it out.
It wasn't working.
Into his wife's
plants.
my
wife's plant.
Hey, she's gonna come out here, fucking beat you up in her rollers in her hair. Fucking robe on.
I instantly imagine that when you were saying that. In your con class, in her Crocs.
Fuzzy Crocs.
No, but
I think you took on a lot of things at once, but long work days aren't new to you. So as you adapt, it's just because it's new things.
It's like
they're new things that
they're
are
new
allowed.
things. Yeah.
So that's gonna slow you down, and it feels overwhelming, I think. But you know, everybody's had to deal with things like this, and I think as you adapt, you'll probably be able to do the same amount of work.
And on top of that,
really feel it like that.
I don't know if you guys like see my post, but I bake every day. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm always in the kitchen, man. I'm always in the kitchen cooking. I bake every day, and it's like it's funny. Well, you know how those of you who made bread know that you're not just gonna fucking put flour in a bowl and then bake bread, which is what I thought when I first started baking bread. I'm gonna fucking make bread tomorrow. No, you're not. You're gonna fucking baby this shit for fucking 4 hours or whatever it is.
That's it,
and you know, and yeah, so it's like I can't go with you. I'm baking. You
gotta pay attention to it. Just like your life.
Yep.
So now you got everything in a bowl. You're dealing with it.
Mixing it up. I'm watching it. Yep.
Another episode of the D-Gas podcast. We're not going to get into this, Elijah Craig, today. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week. Peace. Bounce, motherfucker. Bounce, bounce, motherfucker. Bounce, bounce.
motherfucker.